I'm Dani702 and welcome to Primm, Nevada. Today we are here on State Line from California to Nevada at Buffalo Bills Resort and Casino. This resort has been closed for nearly 3 years, but just the other day they reopened their doors quietly for visitors once again. Primm, Nevada is state line for California and Nevada, and for most traveling to Las Vegas from California, this is one of your last stops for gas or just a break from that long drive through the desert. It's also an exciting stop, as you know that Las Vegas is just about 30 minutes ahead, and it is also your first chance for gaming as you come through state lines. Back in the 90s, we made this drive from California to Nevada a whole lot. My dad lived in Las Vegas, we lived in Los Angeles, so we were out here probably twice a month making this drive back and forth, and you know this was a must stop. Just by the looks of that roller coaster, you know there was quite a lot of things to do, not only for the adults, but for the young ones like me. Here at Primm, Nevada, they have 3 resorts/casinos. You will see the Primm Valley Resort, which is the first one on the right-hand side that you see. The next one would be Buffalo Bills here, and then across the freeway, we have Whiskey Pete's. Now, out of the 3 though, I can say Buffalo Bills is where it's at. I feel like a lot of people will agree with me. I've honestly never been inside of Whiskey Pete's, even though that has been here since the 70s. And I've been inside of the Primm, or I remember it as Prima Donna, maybe about 3 times. But here at Buffalo Bills, I've got to say I've probably been in there 20, maybe more than that. I mean, would you look at the size of this roller coaster? This is legit. I wanted to take a look as we are here on the outside because it was so big. This was once the tallest roller coaster, I want to say in the US, maybe the world at one point when it opened. Tick, 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 slowly going over, and then it shoots you nearly straight down. I mean, it had all of these turns. I think you would go in, yeah, here, oh my gosh, it would go in through these like caves. So much fun. So it had a log ride. Here's one of the drops. Oh man, this is just crazy, bringing back so much memories for me right now. My sister and I, sometimes I'd come with friends. Sometimes we would fly into Las Vegas for a visit and then make the drive out here just to get on the rides. Oh no, they have to reopen this ASAP. So the log ride would not only be on the outdoors, but it would also take you on the inside of the resort. Hopefully closed for refurb. I'm just gonna put that out there, you know, into the universe, because I really would love for this to open again. They used to have a monorail or a train that would take you to the resorts next door, so you didn't even have to, you know, get into your car and drive across the way. Here is a little bit of the track from that. Here's more parts of the monorail heading over to the Prima Donna, or the Primm Valley as it's known today. And I just wanted to show you guys a little bit more of the roller coaster track, because look at this. We're now behind Buffalo Bills. I'm telling you, this thing was massive and so much fun. They're slowly reopening the resort and the casino, and I'm super curious. And these are the front doors where you would walk in if you are using valet, which they currently do not have valet, so you're going to utilize their self-parking, which is completely free. And here is the registration desk, the front desk. And you can immediately see all of the theming. It's so very cool. Look up here, got a cowboy welcome you in. Over here we have a lot of rock formations and cliffs that actually look pretty real. Over here, I believe, is where they used to board you for the monorail. So freaking cool. Primm Railroad Hotel. The slots are on and most of the gaming floor is open. The rooms are open for stays, so I did see that tonight, it is a Friday, it was going for about $120 for tonight. Then when I looked it up again this morning, it was up to over $250. I was debating on getting a room just so I can show you guys what the rooms look like, but I wouldn't be staying or anything, so maybe another time, because I did see that midweek they were going for about $44, but keep in mind they do add on a $29 resort fee, which is kind of surprising. This resort originally opened in 1994 with just under 500 hotel rooms. Then about a year later, they opened a new hotel tower, and now it has over 1,200 hotel rooms. In March of 2020, the year that many places closed down, they did shut down operations. And it sat empty and just unknown if it would ever reopen. And nearly 3 years later, so just recently, they quietly announced on Twitter that it would reopen. They seem to have a mix of different types of slots, so a couple of the older style, but they do have a couple of the upgraded, the styles that you see in most of the resorts on the Strip. Some of them are not on, so as I'm walking around, I see quite a few that are currently shut down, but there's plenty of choices. The Wagon Wheel Grill open daily from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Look at, here's some of the inside track. Is it track? I don't think it's track, but inside of the log ride. At one point they did add a point and shoot game to it, so that's why you see these little boxes, the yellow boxes that you had to hit. Making our way across the bridge. Now over here is the buffet, though the buffet is only going to be opened, at least currently, to special events. I'll come take a look at the wagon wheel. I'm noticing the murals in the mountains and the hills up here. They have little houses, force perspective. Wagon Wheel Grill. So I'm assuming this is kind of like a cafe. Yeah, please wait to be seated. So it is currently open. There's a bar right in front. A couple different salads and sandwiches. It looks like it ranges around maybe $16 on average. Ooh, filet mignon and New York steak, ribeye steak. And then they also have breakfast. And then I did notice they have a kids menu as well. So it looks like they might be putting in some sort of a steakhouse that you would go on the second level for. And you can see there's already decor in there, so it's possible that that should be opening, along with a lot of the other things going on in renovating throughout this whole resort. I think they're trying to focus on early January, which of course it already is. Across the bridge, they do have a Denny's, which I'm pretty sure is open 24/7. It's another diner type food option. We all know what Denny's has. So this whole resort has an old Western theme to it, which is definitely apparent throughout the resort and on the exterior. This is the real Ford V8, bullet marks and all, that Bonnie and Clyde were in when they were finally stopped by police in 1934 in Louisiana. This is the actual Ford that they stole. It's not a replica, and they used it all around the Midwest, and the one that they would be in when they were finally stopped. What is he doing up on the tree with his guitar? You can see the water tower here that says Primm, Nevada. And then a lot of the buildings, like here, the cashiers and the players club, it's actually like the town hall or the bank or the post office and things like that. As you walk around, you can notice all the different buildings that they have as the facades. This is the William Hill Race and Sports Book. A decent size sports book. Definitely seen a lot smaller in some of the big casinos. Plenty of seats, pretty comfortable. Plenty of screens all over the place playing all the different games. This is pretty nice. Here's the general store, which is an actual general store, not just a facade. They have toiletries and refreshments, but the souvenirs in here are freaking awesome. Look at these t-shirts. I'm trying so hard not to get them, but they're so cool. They're kind of like vintage, rough looking. Oh, look at, they've got sweatshirts that say the Desperado. Oh my God. This is so cool. I'm a huge geek for theming. And this resort is freaking amazing. Very unique, unlike any other resort that I have seen, at least here in Las Vegas. Oh my goodness. The Warm Spring House. There's a guy up there in that bathtub. Oh yeah, and he's got his clothes laying out and everything. See, such cute, unique touches like that all over this resort. I think at one point MGM owned this property, and the company that owns it now, Affinity, I believe is what they're called, they also own the other two resorts here at Primm. They have a few other resorts around Nevada, but I don't believe any on the Strip or in downtown. Here is the Stage Bar. This is normally open during special events because back there is where the Star of the Desert Arena is located. So when they've got shows, you will definitely see the stage bar open. And then it's called the stage bar because there is a stage above the bar. It's pretty crazy the attention to detail they have throughout this whole resort. Every single inch I come across, every hallway is just got some sort of theming. As you walk back here to the entrance of the Star of the Desert Arena, you will see the murals up there. Like, people are watching the arena. Like, people are watching maybe a rodeo, I would say. This is the exit of the marina. More murals, more theming. Entertainment is back here at the arena. They already have acts lined up like Gladys Knight. Here's a couple of people that have played here before, like Snoop Dogg in 2011. Fluffy was here. We've seen Gabriel Iglesias over at the Mirage before. It's time to cross the bridge over to the food court and the attractions area. To the left-hand side, we see a Mexican food restaurant. Looks like it's open. Let's see, how do you pronounce that? Is it Cucas? Since 1989. Oh, look at this sign. Desperado. The largest, fastest, wildest, tallest, darndiest roller coaster in the world. I do know another place that states that they've got the wildest ride in the universe. Well, this one says in the world. Well, still. We got the Twisted Daiquiri, which is currently closed. There is a Panda Express, or there will be a Panda Express. On the website, a lot of these places say that they are aiming to open in early January. Of course, it is early January now, so I'm thinking a lot of these places are set to open any day. Cuca's Mexican Food also said the same, and they are currently open. So I think a lot of these places are preparing. They're getting ready. The Buffalo Bills Arcade, and this used to be such a poppin' spot. Ooh, speaking of Buffalo Bills, look at this guy here, he's popping out. It's pretty wild being over here and not seeing it the way that I remember, the setup that I remember, because we spent so much time back here. This arcade had to be 5 times the size that it is now. So you can actually see that the games that are set up now are blocking how far back it used to go. And kind of take a peek next to the Terminator. So it just went throughout this whole room. And then over here, you can get a little bit of a glimpse of where the ride or the line used to be for the log flume. So this whole area is where you would line up, and then you would go down these stairs, and that is where you would board the attraction, where you would get on the log. The claw. I really, really hope they reopen this, though. This was like the whole reason why to stop. You have all of the slot machines and all of the gaming for the adults, and then you have all the gaming and all of the attractions for the kids. Over here on the second level is where you would go up to get on the roller coaster. You can kind of see a little bit of the gates there where you would do the switchbacks to board. Oh my God, no way, look at this. Oh, this is freaking nuts. No one else has a log ride in Las Vegas, right? How insane. It just seems like such a waste to be sitting there. Fingers crossed. The resort just opened. I think that came as a big shock for most, so maybe opening up the rides is one of the next steps. So we saw most of the roller coaster on the outside, but the Desperado was at one point the tallest roller coaster in the US when they opened it up. That sucker was fast, it was bumpy, and that first drop would have you screaming your head off. It drops you 225 feet at about 80 miles per hour. Then you zip around the whole resort, and it even takes you a tiny bit through the inside of the resort. So somebody in the comments let me know if I have this correct. I have a memory of a drop ride being outside of these doors here next to the attractions area, of course. I do see Frogger here. I don't think it was Frogger. I think it was like a teenager type of drop ride. This one seems like for the younglings. I don't remember the name of it or anything. I don't think I ever went on it. I was probably just too busy riding the Desperado and the log flume over and over and over because those were my favorites. But I don't know. Is that just a dream or is it a real memory? You can see how extensive this ride was. There are I don't know if they were animatronics. I honestly can't remember if they moved. If they did, it was probably very little. But they do have these cowboys just set up all over the place. This one here, something spooked him. Maybe it was the rattlesnake. He's trying to get away from him. And then all the way over there, these guys are hanging out with a bear, apparently. A quick look at the menu. So they do have street tacos. They're going for about $4.29 or $4.49 for a carne asada. A little pricey for a street taco. So I'm gonna go with a burrito. Look at how big this freaking burrito is. Oh my God. It's loaded. I watched them wrap it, and this sucker has a lot of carnitas in it. This is what we're dealing with. Let's bite into it. I mean, obviously there's not that many choices around, but even if all those spots were open, I'd probably still go for the Mexican food. I just noticed this little area here, and it kind of sparked a memory of a motion ride. So I wonder if this used to be the area where they had a motion ride. You know me, I always have to try to go in the hotel tower. It looks like this particular tower that I'm in, they have 2 of them. Goes up to 17 floors. I'm gonna see if I can catch a view at all from one of the top levels. Obviously doing a whole lot of renovations, and I know that this top level, since it did kind of go like a point at the very top, this must be some sort of executive suite. I'm not going in there. The door is open. I'm just gonna peek in from the outside. Oh, I really wanted to go in there and check it out. I'm not gonna do it. Don't want to get in trouble. It is currently closed for the season. January can get very cold here in Las Vegas. It looks like I can come out and at least take a peek. I know the pool here is actually shaped like a buffalo. So if you're in one of the higher levels and you look down, you can see it a lot more than we can, of course, from this level, ground floor. But I'm pretty sure that closest to us, these are gonna be the mighty hooves of the buffalo. And then I believe maybe his face is over here on this side to the right. That's a lot of fun. And then look, there's also a spa. Is the spa shaped like anything? I took the elevator all the way to the tippy top, so you can see there's probably only like 3 rooms at the very, very top, so that had to be some sort of suites. I'm still trying to grab a view, and I'm looking at the tower, the opposite tower that we were in, and these, what were they? These windows here, they look different than these, so I'm gonna see if I can go up there, because maybe this is just like a stairway or an elevator. I just really like checking out the views. Now, this is what we are talking about. 15th floor at this tower is the highest it'll go. And there is a stairwell here with some open windows peeking out. This tower here, of course, is somewhat in the way. So I'm sure that tower has got the best view. Oh, look, you can see a little bit of the buffalo-shaped pool. Very, very cool. We did it. I really think that anyone that has made that drive up the 15 freeway can say that they have a memory of coming to this hotel. I know quite a few people that actually would stay here at this resort. In the late 1990s and the early 2000s, this was a pretty cool spot. You had easy access to 3 different hotels with a connecting monorail, and each resort offered you a little bit something different from each other. So over at Primm Valley, they have a shopping outlet. You had the arena, there's endless gaming, there's bars, pools, good hotel rooms, and all of that with fewer crowds that you would get at the Las Vegas Strip. But if you wanted to, the Las Vegas Strip is just a short 30 or 40 minute drive from here. I'm excited. Definitely love that this is another spot that you can stop on your way out. They get a stop for the weekend. As soon as things start reopening, you can see that they're actively reopening things. So I think as time progresses, we'll get more and more, and fingers crossed for those attractions to reopen. If they do, I'm coming back and I am staying the night. We're riding that roller coaster and we're riding the log ride as much as we can. What do you guys think? Would you stay here? Have you stayed here in the past? I think it's a great option if you want to be away from Las Vegas but still get that Vegas vibe. Until next time, please subscribe for more in Las Vegas and the surrounding areas. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.